What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? I am still, hey, Nancy Grace, baby. I'm still torn. Y'all help me decide. Should we be down with Nancy Grace? She's a hardball, man. Nancy Grace reminds me of what's the white lady? Judge Judy. Judge Judy was my joint, man. Judge Judy was my joint. So Nancy kind of reminds me of Judge Judy, but not the old grandma part of her. You know, Judge Judy could be an old grandma that get into your stuff, but Nancy is more like a older aunt that just tells it like it is. At least I hope she is. Sometimes she just rub me the wrong way, and I'm like, I ain't feeling her. But Nancy, first of all, she got the inside scoop on all this stuff, and I think that I got more of the street scoop. Diddy, you know, y'all know I had a problem with Diddy. It wasn't me personal. My boys had a problem with Diddy, and they, you know, I had to go up there and help handle some stuff. We had to go to Bad Boy Entertainment, man, to get a check. Bad Boy owed us money, or owed my boys money. And I'm down, they teaching me how to produce and do this music industry stuff, right? So we get in this car from DC to ride up to New York. I'm scared as hell. But I'm going, if you're gonna die for your rights, then we're gonna die. But they owe my boys money, and I'm here to help my boys. Long story short, we finally get up there to Bad Boy Records and everything, and my man went back there to talk to, I don't think he even talked to Puffy, to be honest. He went back there and talked to somebody, and next thing you know, he was like, oh, nah, I think everything cool. Then next thing you know, he came back with a check in his hand. We got in the car, we went home, and I prayed, and I said, thank you, Jesus, because I swear to God, thank you, Jesus. So yeah, Shy, we did some music with Shy. Shy is a singing group, Shy. They were signed to Diddy at one time. But they not on the roster. Tanya Blunt was signed to Diddy. She's not on the roster. Long story short, every artist that was signed to Diddy, Mary J. Blige, I think, did pretty good. Biggie passed away. All the artists went downhill, some kind of way, some type of hill. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, bruh. Right now, I ain't losing no sleep over you, man. Diddy trial starts tomorrow, and we waiting on the 12th. That's when things gonna get juicy. So we got 7 days on the 7th day of Christmas. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's see what Nancy Grace got to tell us. Let's check it out.
The devil can wear a tuxedo and can wear a tuxedo and fit right in.
The wall of silence has now been broken.
These allegations go back decades.
Everybody was afraid.
Sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery.
Victims are coming forward.
I wonder what his mama thinks about all of this.
Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, I'll see you in court.
Whoa, okay. Hey, okay, hey.
In the last hours, not one, not two, but 3 locations raided. Locations connected to the rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
Large teams of law enforcement led by Homeland Security investigators raided 3 homes belonging to Sean Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami as part of a sex trafficking investigation stemming from accusations leveled against Combs in 5 separate lawsuits brought against him.
In the 73-page document, Jones claims that Combs forced him to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them as Combs looked on. Jones also alleges the rapper threw parties he called freak-offs, during which underage girls and sex workers were given laced drinks and assaulted.
You are seeing video that our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ gave us. They somehow managed to get in there and get video of Diddy's home, Combs' home, after the raid. And yeah, it looks like a storm hit it. Next. Ooh, somebody spent a lot of money on shoes. Hey, I'm really surprised all the clothes are still hanging on the racks. To me, that's preferential treatment, because on searches that I have been on and conducted, nothing is left unturned. Not a thing. It's amazing what people will do to hide contraband or evidence. What evidence am I talking about? I'm talking about videos, potential videos of underage girls and boys in the middle of sex acts. I want to go straight out to 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 joining us, investigative reporter, dailymail.com. It did all get kicked off with Cassie Ventura's complaint. Explain.
Cassie Ventura, they dated for 10 years. She was actually 19 years old and he was 37 at the time. She called the relationship abusive, controlling. She said that Diddy forced her to have sex with male prostitutes and watched and recorded it. And in addition to that, she said that he forced her to do drugs and so many horrific details there. And that...
Dude. Look here, Shay and P. Diddy and the rest of y'all men. If Jesus Christ, if you're gonna date a 19-year-old, 20 or 21-year-old, boy, you better be walking on glass with her. You better be treating her with every millisecond of the utmost respect. I'm against it, to be honest. I'm 100% against it. But if you do, there's this thing called, you at the age, I'm 59, my bad. So you are 37, she said 37. You are at the age where you know way more than them. So you got to be wiser, because when they get mad and want to throw a pissy fit, it ain't like you could just spike them on the hand or punish them or send them to their room. They grown folks. They human. They gonna try to get at your tail. Do you get my drift? That's just facts. They gonna hit you where it hurts. Your pockets. Destroy your... They kids, they babies. You ever have a kid or a baby get mad at their mama? I hate you, mommy. They don't really mean that. Come on, man. You got to be smarter than
watched and recorded it. And in addition to that, she said that he forced her to do drugs and so many horrific details there. And that went on for 10 years, and that it all culminated in 2018 when she tried to leave him. And she says that he came and raped her. Now, this is exactly the catalyst that sparked all of the other lawsuits. Now he's facing 5 lawsuits with a lot of similar stories from these alleged victims.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
So sorry.
I'm not asking for forgiveness.
He's not asking for forgiveness.
I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was f***ed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Okay, I had to get that out. We saw.
But see, this is the part that kills me, right? That right there, that apology should be used against him in a court of law. Even though you wasn't read your Miranda rights, you have a right to remain silent, because anything you say can and will be used against you. The fact that he put a apology video out, they had a nerve to take it down. Can't forget that part. The fact that you put that apology video out means the video that you saw, you know that it was real. I don't care if you sped it up or slowed it down or whatever the hell. Diddy knew he was cooked, and he put that video out before he talked to his lawyers. Because if he would have talked to his lawyers, they would have told him don't put that video out. That's facts.
The video of you brutally beating and kicking and dragging Cassie, and now you apologize? Now? Apology not accepted. Now, how is it at that time no charges were filed, and you know hotel security saw the whole thing? Do you believe his apology? Is it not a day late and $1 short?
Absolutely, Nancy. And as you said, Diddy's only apologizing right now because he got caught. Everyone sees right through that apology, including Cassie Ventura, who released a statement via her lawyer, who called Diddy's apology pathetic, essentially. Cassie saying that he's only compelled to speak out now because of this damning evidence. Diddy allegedly paid $50,000 to the hotel to get the video and for it to never be released.
Now, you're the expert, of course, Dr. De La Torre, but as a layperson or just a trial lawyer, this is what I observe. Number one, I'm so sorry, and he looks away. That's a hallmark characteristic of a liar. They cannot look you in the face and just say, look, I'm sorry. He never says what he's sorry for. He never says the name Cassie Ventura or Kim Porter or any of the other women that claim he abused them.
All of this is just a play. It's a mask that the offender wears in order to prevent the actual feelings. Because if he did feel any of these things, he would have stood up in court. He would have pled guilty. He would have accepted the punishment that he would have given, that they were going to give him. He would have wanted the most punishment.
To you, 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, entertainment lawyer, former felony prosecutor, what do you think, Daryl?
He has said, I was wrong. It was my darkest day. And I believe his apology. Is it late? Sure. But is it appropriate? Absolutely. Did he do it after the video came out? Yes, he did. That was an appropriate time to do it. And I think he's right. They're looking now for money.
What about this? Nobody likes to rat out a friend, right? Snitches get stitches and all that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't give some. They just want money. I don't give a fuck that. I mean, excuse me, y'all. I'm a little drunk now. I'm start cussing. F that, man. I don't care how much money they want. They didn't ask him to beat me up and kick me so I can get the money. They deserve the money. He beat the girl up. Dude, wait a minute. Let's go back to this part. Let's go back to him. I don't think I like you too well, dog.
Daryl?
He has said, I was wrong. It was my darkest day. And I believe his apology. Is it late? Sure. But is it appropriate? Absolutely. Did he do it after the video came out? Yes, he did. That was an appropriate time to do it. And I think he's right. They're looking now for money.
What about this?
I think he's right. They're looking for money. Look here, man. Let me tell you something, cuz. If he apologized, right, and his apology was sincere, if his apology was sincere, he would hold on to that apology. I beat her up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for beating you up. And then Cassie get on stand and say, well, you beat me up another day too. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm going to stick to, I'm sorry. I'm sincere. I had to apologize to somebody, and I was sincere. And I'm still holding on to my sincerity of my apology. The thing that tripped me out is you trying to make this bull into something bigger. So now you calling Uncle Mike a liar. So you know what I say? I apologize. It was a stupid joke. I made a joke. I thought it was a joke. I thought everybody else told it was a joke. But my point is this. If I hurt somebody, because this channel is not about hurting people. This channel is about helping people. So if I hurt you, I don't know how I did that. By saying you was beautiful. I don't know how I hurt you by saying you was beautiful. But if I hurt you, then you're right. I need to apologize. So I apologize for hurting you. Other than that, you can kiss my ass. I apologized. Now you're calling me a liar. So fuck you. Let me say it loud and clear so you can know. Fuck you. That's right. Let you know that sometimes you have to stand on your own 2 feet. I ain't never nobody. I ain't never hurt nobody. But I know one thing. It was a joke what I said, and I apologize for hurting your feelings. I don't apologize for the joke because I thought it was funny. Some people thought it was funny. But now you want to make it into something so big. What you going to do, sue me? Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you came in on. Because it's all bullshit. Bullshit. That's what it's all. It's about bullshit, man. You know, so if you think I hurt you.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
My bad, Nancy. I got a little sidetracked. I don't think I like this dude.
The video came out. Yes, he did. That was an appropriate time to do it. And I think he's right. They're looking now for money.
What about this? Nobody likes to rat out a friend, right? Snitches get stitches and all that.
Right.
But there's one guy, 50, from G Unit rapper, 50 Cents. When this all went down, he states, it's not did Diddy do it, it's Diddy done it. Because they don't come after you until they got a case. That's him, and he's going on and on and on. Why do I care? Because he may have inside information. Not just him, but Usher, even Bieber, Justin Bieber. And I'm not saying any of them are responsible for any wrongdoing. I'm saying that they could turn up to be witnesses.
If you were attending one of these parties, if you will, and you attended before, or you knew what was going to happen, that is, you knew that a particular drug was being used in drinks that was causing people to be coerced and taken advantage of, and you were there in the room, or you participated, or you watched it happen and didn't say anything, or you helped cover it up, in my view, you have a problem.
Yeah. That's to you, celebs in Hollywood. That is Tony Busby, the attorney speaking, and...
My bad, Tony. That's my bad for having all this faith in you, man. 120 cases, the 1-800 number. Where that man at? Where that man at? We end up with somebody who don't even know how to file court papers. They file it in jurisdiction that they don't even have. They don't even have rights to be filing in that jurisdiction. What is wrong with you? Then you put somebody on a stand or let somebody do an interview, and the little girl has special needs, whatever. You should have took special care with her. Jesus Christ, man. I'm so mad at you. I am pissed off mad at you. Then you got other people filing in your name, and they ain't even looking at the paperwork. Are you kidding me? I don't like Busby no more, man. Busby, you got to... Now he going after Shannon Sharpe. You done messed up with Jay-Z. Stick to... What the hell is you doing? Stick with Puffy. 120 cases with Puffy. That's all you got to do. Where did this Jay-Z come in at? Now it's Club Shay Shay. Oh, man. Hey, I'm letting y'all know. Busby and whatever he talking about, I watch. I bet you any amount of money because of Busby, Shannon gonna get off. Shannon Sharpe because of Busby. Busby, you are I think Busby working for Jay-Z and Puffy. That's what the problem is. He working for Jay-Z and Puffy. Oh my God, I done figured it out. I just figured it out, y'all. Let's continue.
Cover it up. In my view, you have a problem.
Yeah. That's to you, celebs in Hollywood. That is Tony Busby, the attorney speaking, and we were given that from our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ.
As rumors swirl around the sex trafficking allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, many celebrities in Combs' circle have remained silent. Others, especially those named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit, have rushed to the rapper's defense. Producer Stevie J posted a highlight reel of Combs' 50th birthday party to Instagram, showing off many A-list attendees.
Everybody parties with Puff. To Scott Johnson joining me, forensic psychologist. Scott Johnson, you think the feds care?
Oh, absolutely not, because this is just him portraying this socially normal, respected kind of individual soiree, when in fact the dark side's still going on. And so regardless of who he's with, it doesn't take away at all the credibility of any of the alleged victims or the charges against him.
There are 4 Jane Does and 1 John Doe who have been interviewed by the feds. Listen.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave.
That is Jonathan Odie under interrogation, describing basically, in his words, being a sex slave to Sean Combs. At this hour, as we are on air, new victims are being ferreted out, claiming violent beatings and sex abuse at the hands of Sean Puffy Combs. Listen.
In the 8th lawsuit against Sean Combs, model Crystal McKinney claims Diddy promises to help her career after they meet at a men's fashion week event in Manhattan. Combs later invites McKinney to his studio, where he encourages the model to drink and smoke marijuana, which McKinney now believes was laced with narcotics. Once McKinney was plied, she claims Combs led her to a bathroom and forced her to perform a sex act.
And it's not just her. There are others. Listen.
April Lampros is the 8th accuser to file suit against rapper Sean Diddy Combs. Lampros meets Combs while studying at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, and Combs offers to help her find work and introduce her to connections in the industry. Lampros details 4 terrifying, forcible sexual encounters with Combs over 5 years.
She and the others we've mentioned are not the only ones coming forward. Listen.
Adria English, a dancer at Sean Combs' annual white party. She accuses Combs of grooming her for sex trafficking, forced her to have sex with guests. In her lawsuit, English says during one party she was told to wear a black dress was a signal to others she was a sex worker. English says she went along with Diddy's demands out of fear for her safety and future job perspectives. English says when she broke ties with Combs, he ruined her career.
You really got to pick this apart. Tom Smith joining me, former NYPD detective, co-host Gold Shields podcast. Tom, asking a woman to wear a little black dress, as they are called, to a cocktail party doesn't sound odd, does it? Until you realize it's Sean Puffy Combs' white party he throws every year. It's renowned, not in a good way. Let me just say, it's infamous, not famous, but infamous. And everyone is instructed to. I don't think they can even get in if they're not wearing all white. So by telling this woman to wear black, that seemingly goes hand in hand, tongue and groove, with her statement that she was told to wear a black dress to signal others she was a sex worker. And then goes on to describe being coerced into having sex with multiple people at the white party. What about it?
You know, Nancy, this is a criminal enterprise. That's what this is. It's an organization, and everyone attending that party is in on it because everyone there is aware of why she's wearing a black dress. This is known, this is calculated, and this is a bad, bad guy who has a history and all over the place. And this is a large investigation.
Did Sean Diddy Combs order $1 million hit on Tupac Shakur? Bail documents say, oh, yes, he did. How did the whole thing start? Listen.
The East Coast West Coast rap feud begins with the near death of Tupac Shakur at Quad Records, Manhattan. Tupac's invited to record when he's attacked by 3 armed men and shot 5 times, but lives. Vibe magazine says that Sean Puffy Combs and Notorious B.I.G. were both at the studio and may have known Shakur was being set up.
Tupac's belief Puffy and Big knew about the Quad Records attack adds to the feud between Combs' East Coast Bad Boy Records and Suge Knight's West Coast Death Row Records. It escalates when Tupac Shakur, Suge Knight, and Mob Piru associates run into Southside Crip Baby Lane Anderson at the Vegas Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon fight.
Good gravy. And that goes back to forever ago. You know what? Let's figure out what's happening. Straight out to Lauren Collin joining us, investigative reporter, host of the Outlier podcast. This document has cracked open the murder of Tupac Shakur wide open. Tell me about it.
Yes, 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 absolutely never thought this would see the light of day. He is very upset in court. He said, "You broke the proffer agreement. I told you all this because I was on a task force to help the LAPD figure out who killed Tupac and also who killed Biggie Smalls." He was helping with both of these things. So in response to his bail request, the state put out this 179-page document, which is extremely. They are saying, look, Dwayne Davis, look, 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, if you can be paid for murder, then why should you be out on the street?
I don't know if the feds have enough or they don't have enough, but I can tell you this much. When your name pops up nearly 80 times connecting you to a hit on Tupac Shakur, you're up the creek without a paddle. I'm surprised this guy's still walking around.
I think, Nancy, they're waiting. The magic word here is YET. They don't have enough evidence yet in their view. You just wait, and Sean Puffy Combs is not going to be a suspect ever until he's a defendant. You just wait. Time will tell.
According to the feds, Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, is not a suspect in the murder of Tupac Shakur. When, if ever, was the last time you checked your home's title? Well, if you're
Unsealing the indictment.
To fix it, go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Use promo code Nancy.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
And we have just gotten our hands on the federal indictment. But first, let's talk about what went down in the dark of night. Sean Puffy Combs seen out on the street in New York just 30 minutes before feds break into his luxury suite at the Park Hyatt Hotel on 57th Street and arrest Combs and proceed to shred that hotel room, looking for evidence. Joining me right now at the hotel just outside the Park Hyatt is crimeonline.com investigative reporter Angelica Martinez. Angelica, thank you for being with us. Tell me what happened right there last night.
Yes, Nancy, we are currently outside the Hyatt Hotel, the Park Hyatt Hotel.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I'm getting confused. Wait a minute. Did this happen? She said just last night. Like, did they just do this, or this is an old recording? They say 4 days ago. They uploaded this 4 days ago. So that don't give me no real information. But I think they speaking on when they first arrested him and started raiding all his houses and stuff.
With us, tell me what happened right there last night.
Yes, Nancy, we are currently outside the Hyatt Hotel, the Park Hyatt Hotel, where Sean Puffy Combs was arrested last night. He was arrested following an indictment that was returned by a grand jury yesterday on Monday, and that set in the process to arrest Sean Combs.
Guys, joining us, Angelica Martinez
It is
at the
back
Park
in the day when
Hyatt.
they
We
got
understand
arrested.
that feds, pursuant to warrant, went into Combs' room right behind you up on one of the penthouse levels and arrested Combs last night. He had no idea it was about to happen. We've also heard reports the arrest was to go down at least 48, if not 72 hours later, but something triggered the feds to make the arrest last night. Combs actually spotted out on the street and videoed BSing with fans and friends just before, literally minutes before the feds arrested him. I know they were poised outside the Park Hyatt Hotel where you're standing right now, Angelica, waiting for him to come back in with eyes on Sean Puffy Combs the entire evening, Angelica.
Yes, so apparently negotiations for Sean Combs' surrender had been in the talks for a while. And like you said, Nancy, something triggered this arrest. Something happened that caused them to move it from allegedly later in this week to just last night.
As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
We caught up with his lawyer, Agnefello, and this is what he has to say.
He came to New York to basically engage the court system and start the case, and it'll start today. And he's going to plead not guilty, obviously. He's going to fight this with all of his energy and all of his might and the full confidence of his lawyers. And I expect a long battle with a good result for Mr. Combs.
Do you think he'll be released?
I'm going to fight like hell to get him released, and he should be released with all that he's done and coming here voluntarily. And guys, I'm going to cut it short because I have to go in. All right?
He should be released because of all he's done. He should stay behind bars because all he has done. I'm guaranteeing you, if this were not a wealthy billionaire and famous person, there would be no chance in 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗚 that he would be released on bond.
As the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
As we go to air right now, we are analyzing evidence that has come out in court. You know what? After the judge heard this, he had a snowball's chance in 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗚 of getting bond. What judge in his or her right mind can go sit down to his tuna fish sandwich and eat lunch with the other judges looking at him going, yeah, we know what you did. You let this a-hole out on bond. To Sydney Sumner joining us, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. Tell me about the two judges, one a man, one a woman.
Nancy, so that...
Out on bond. To Sydney Sumner joining us, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. Tell me about the two judges, one a...
This one picture right here. I'm hoping that somebody can look at this picture and say they see somebody famous that they know, and it's only one person that I really recognize, and I don't think that's him. You know, so yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Do y'all see anybody in this picture right here that y'all know? Where the heck is he at? Wow, y'all. I'm researching.
One a man, one a woman.
Researching.
Nancy, so that judge that first saw Combs for his arraignment was Judge Robin Tarnowski. That's our female judge. And she shut that bail down so quick. She had to let arguments go on, but she spent about 20 minutes in her chambers with pretrial services, came out and immediately denied that bail proposition. Wednesday, they appeared in front of Judge Andrew Carter, who heard many of the same arguments with more information coming out. And I loved this from Judge Andrew Carter. While Agnifilo is trying to argue that the video in the Intercontinental Hotel is a result of two very passionate people who are very in love, Judge Andrew Carter responds, "What's love got to do with that?" referring to that video. And again, denied that bail proposition right off the bat.
Joining me right now, Angelica Martinez-Cervigna, joining us in front of the jail. Tell me about Sean Combs's daily schedule behind bars, and what you know about the jail. Who are other famous celebs that have been in that very jail?
Yes, Nancy, we are standing right behind me is where Sean Puffy Combs is currently being held in Brooklyn right now. There are reports saying that he's being held in the special housing unit, which is separate from the general prison population and is usually used for inmates that might need additional protection. Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, when they were here in this prison, they were also held in the special housing unit. And we have a former warden, Cameron Lindsay, who is actually on record as saying that Diddy poses as a very attractive target for other inmates in the MDC, saying, quote, "To deliver a hit on him would be considered a badge of honor," end quote.
He's getting treated with kid gloves when his lawyer has come out and said he's not suicidal. So he's basically in the medical unit getting special treatment. But now, Diddy hungry? Apparently, he's missing his private chef.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens, when you can't take your private chef, your celebrity chef, with you behind bars at the Metro Detention Center. That's gotta hurt.
In addition to snacks and hygiene items, Diddy has the option to purchase full meals from the MDC commissary. His options include stuffed chicken with rice, eggplant parmesan, bone-in chicken, a rib steak, or beef chullent. The estimated billionaire will have to watch his $160 spending limit per trip.
What? Did I just hear a ribeye? Let me check that. A ribeye, beef stew, egg parm, chicken with rice. What? Whoa. Well, let me see. Grits, oatmeal, pancakes, syrup, French toast. I'd like some French toast. What's for lunch? Chicken wrap, hamburgers, baked chicken, tacos. I would love a taco. Dinner, roast beef. I'd like that. Salisbury steak. Fajitas? What? Okay, can we just get real for just one moment? Chris McDonough joining me, Director, Cold Case Foundation, former homicide detective and former vice detective. He is not suicidal, Chris. His own lawyer has stated that. So why is he getting kid glove treatment, Chris McDonough?
That is an absolutely great question, Nancy, because in these units, they're special housing units, right? The SHU unit. The whole purpose of that is to house somebody in there because of, one, a threat assessment comes up that this guy is a high threat and or a high target threat, meaning somebody else wants to take this person out.
Wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
You were just hearing Agnifilo, Combs' lawyer, who insists that Combs believes he's innocent. You know, many people argue that O.J. Simpson actually thought he didn't do it at some point. He had said the story so many times he actually started believing it. I disagree. I think he and Combs knows. They knew. Simpson knew. Combs knows. He's not innocent. How could a beautiful young first grade teacher be stabbed 20 times, including in the back, allegedly die of suicide? Yes, that was the medical examiner's official ruling. After a closed-door meeting, he first named it a homicide. Why? What happened to Ellen Greenberg? A huge American miscarriage of justice. For an in-depth look at the facts, see what happened to Ellen on Amazon. All proceeds to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs.
That is so
And he
crazy.
often electronically
that
reported them.
is crazy.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
Right now, are the feds gathering evidence to mount additional charges? It by far would not be the first time that's happened. Charges like what? Evidence like what? Listen.
According to a Homeland Security agent, Diddy's Miami mansion has several rooms, quote, clearly dedicated to sex. The rooms stocked with sex toys, bondage gear, and lingerie are covered in hidden cameras that record participants from every possible angle. The investigator claims Diddy usually watched in person, but he could access the cameras from his phone or cast the live stream to a TV anywhere in the house.
Is there ever a moment that a lawyer who is used to talking for a living realizes I should just shut up? Apparently not in some cases. In the last hours, TMZ, who is creating the downfall of Diddy on Tubi, our friend Harvey Levin, who created TMZ, sits down with Sean Combs' lawyer. I want you to hear what happened. Watch.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
He's a stupid ass. You supposed to be a lawyer. This guy, I'm assuming, it's safe to say that he is a lawyer, a practice lawyer, or he was in the law, this guy. And he said, he told him who said how many bottles of baby oil it is.
Of baby oil.
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
The U.S. Attorney said it. You know what that means? They said 1,000. That means they checked it twice. Are we gonna put this out there? It's 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Well, yes, if we're gonna, because they gotta put out something. What are we gonna do? We're gonna say we found baby oil? We done counted it 10 times to make sure it's 1,000. Stupid, man.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean.
When he said that, one bottle, I don't know why you need 1,000 bottles. When he said that, if I was Puffy, I'd be like, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Why do you need 1,000 bottles? Let me break it down why you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Because you can't buy horse tranquilizer. You can't buy these drugs in small quantities. You gotta buy it in bulk quantities. So you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil to break it down. Hello? You put a little teeny weeny bit of this horse tranquilizer or whatever this drug he made and put it into a whole bottle of baby oil. That's why you need 1,000 bottles. In fact, when it's finished, you probably bought, I don't know, let's say 50 to 100 bottles of baby oil. Then once you put the horse tranquilizer, you need 1,000 bottles. That's how much horse tranquilizers in this shit. Are y'all not getting this? What are you thinking? Lawyer? He was a lawyer. What are you thinking? Come on, man. God damn. Is everybody this stupid? Is everybody this stupid? You need 1,000 bottles of baby oil because you need that baby oil to rub on people's skin so that horse tranquilizer can go through the goddamn skin. I call you back. I call you
With
back.
anything?
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
Every time I watch guys, that's from our friends at TMZ. That's our friend Harvey Levin speaking to Combs' lawyer, 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗞𝗦, from the downfall of Diddy, the indictment, now on Tubi. You know, from now on, he is stuck, 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗞𝗦. His face is going to appear, and underneath it will say, 1 bottle of baby oil goes a long way. And you got Levin having to explain to 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗞𝗦 that baby oil is a lubricant for an orgy, but that's not what's happening here. It's not an orgy with willing participants. It is forced sex.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. But because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs.
Did I just hear that number correctly? I don't think I need a hearing aid, but I definitely heard the number. 3,285 people have come forward claiming that Sean Combs in some way molested or attacked them. 3,000 plus?
After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. There are 60 males and 60 females. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
An alleged victim as young as 9 years old. A lot of people would find that very hard to believe, but wait until you hear the circumstances surrounding the claim of the 9-year-old, and now other minors are coming forward. One claiming he just quit the whole business and lives in regret that he left the industry after an alleged incident with Sean Combs.
This individual, who was 9 years old at the time, was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors. This individual was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio, in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal. Another minor told, allegedly by Sean Combs, that he would make him a star, but needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him.
But he gave him a soda first. Gave him a soda, gave him a beverage that was spiked. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Individual, 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was, and then other individuals took turns. A very young man who told us at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and his friends in the effort to try to sign a record deal. This was kind of what he was told he would have to do. Had he not been in power, I feel like I could have been something great. I quit the industry because of what Sean Combs did to me.
All of these women and men coming forward, including 25 minors, have a similar story. That's critical in the practice of law because these witnesses don't know each other, yet their stories are startlingly similar. What are we learning about the alleged modus operandi, method of operation of Sean Diddy Combs? Listen.
Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show, and then leave the victim ashamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened.
Please join us on our mission to find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on the go, catch us on your favorite podcast app where you can get all of our content where we, in our own way, seek justice.
Several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine or trank, which based on our research is known as a horse tranquilizer.
Horse tranquilizer. If it knocks out a horse, what does it do to a lady? Joining me right now, death investigator Joe Scott. What is horse trank? I mean,
what it do to a lady? Hell, what it do to a man? What it do to a human being? This is a horse.
Look, if it knocks out a horse, what will it do to a person?
It'll take them down to their knees, Nancy. Xylazine is specifically what they're referring to in this particular case. What we're talking about is something that it's expressly meant to use on equines, which are horses, in order to sedate them for surgery.
You know what else I haven't gotten to? So everybody get ready. Allegations that the baby oil that was found, 1,000 bottles of baby oil found at Diddy's home, was actually laced with GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate, the date drug. One of 6 new complaints filed in the last 48 hours claiming Combs, quote, particularly fancied, end quote, Rohypnol, the date drug, gamma hydroxybutyrate.
Rodney Jones' explosive lawsuit claims that Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, insisted that all employees carry a variety of drugs on their person at all times, so Combs' drug of choice was always available to him. In addition to pills, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and GHB, one of Combs' alleged preferred drugs is pink cocaine, a mix of ecstasy, ketamine, caffeine, and a psychedelic known as 2CB or 2C.
Straight out to a former DEA agent in the Miami Field Division, former federal task force officer for the DOJ, Robert Crispin. Crispin, what is pink cocaine?
You know, it's a powdery substance of ketamine that's mixed in with a lot of other different drugs, such as GHB, MDMA. And these are drugs that alter the system and start to make your brain stop telling your body how to react and start to slow down. Therefore, you become prey to your victim. It's a designer drug. It's another date drug.
Pink cocaine actually looks pink. That's where it gets the name. It looks pink, and it is used often as a, quote, recreational drug. What effect does it have on the person using it, Crispin?
It has a lot of different effects. And to talk about the color, they do put food coloring in there as well, and they also do make it, at times, smell like strawberries by chance.
That's what kills me about people, man. That's what piss me off. Go to the question, man. You talking about all this other bull. We don't want to. And you say it makes them do a lot. That's not an answer. Watch this.
It has a lot of different effects. And to talk about the color, they do put food coloring in there as well, and they also do make it, at times, smell like strawberries by chance. But it starts to shut down your response system and to sometimes make you do hallucinations, sometimes make you very sleepy, sometimes not be able to control your functions. It all depends on what drugs they're actually mixing this with. And depending who the chemist is and who decides to put what in there, it's just a variety of all the date drugs. GHB, the gamma hydroxybutyrate. It could be MDMA, also known as ecstasy. So it's a deadly combination, but it's used widely at these parties to give to victims so they can't fight you. You can't fight after you've ingested it.
Take a look at this dispensary item. Now, we believe that this was used to inject people, drug people without their knowledge at these parties. How would this work? Look at that.
Because it's a powdery mix, and it's got to be diluted first, and you can't carry a liquid around in a Ziploc sandwich baggie or a small baggie. It's just going to spill everywhere. So what they do is they put it into here and they mix it so it's a clear liquid, or it's red, or whatever color they put the food coloring in, so they can actually walk up to a drink and quickly do a diversion and release the liquid into the drink. Whereas if it was a powder, then they would have to sit there and stir it and stir it and stir it, and they're going to get caught. These are pre-packaged, ready to go, loaded devices to put in somebody's drink, and that's why they use those. And you can carry them anywhere. You can carry them in your jacket pocket, you can carry it in your pants pocket, and when you're ready to go, you just lean over, do a diversion, and you can put it right in the drink.
As Diddy sits in jail on federal charges, a 12th victim has come forward with a lawsuit alleging Sean Combs drugged and raped her. Thalia Graves, who was dating a bad boy employee, says she accepted a glass of wine from Diddy while riding in a car driven by head of security Joseph Sherman. Graves says she doesn't remember passing out, but when she wakes up, she's lying face down on a pool table with her hands tied behind her back as Sean Combs rapes her. Years later, Graves learns Combs videoed the attack and distributed it to others.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault.
I want to keep up. Dude. I'm banking on her. That's who I'm banking on. She got a different lawyer. No Bugsby. Thank you, Jesus. I'm banking on her. Poor dear. Don't cry. Somebody did something they ain't had no business. They made you do this. Don't cry. You're a beautiful, pretty little lady. Don't cry. Let's just fight and let's get this. Let's kick his tail. You ain't gotta cry no more. We know. We all know. We on your side. You got a female lawyer. You got some pull and everything. You ain't down with Busby. Don't know how to file court papers and filing the wrong shit. Come on, man. God dang, boy, y'all. Is it that hard? We not lawyers. We don't know this stuff. Don't even act act like you know it. I don't know it. But the female that's with her, she
To be
knows.
sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless, isolated, and sometimes responsible for what happened to me. The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health. I've had PTSD, depression, and anxiety. I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin.
What about these victims? Many people think, oh, they did it for the money, they did it for the career. They were on video, drugged and beaten, kicked, forced to hide out until their bruises went away. There is no defense to that, according to the allegations.
This is a shame.
We wait and watch as justice unfolds. If Sean Combs manages to walk out on bond, yes, he'll be released. For now. Let's stop and remember American hero, investigator 𝗟𝗡𝗓𝗓 Stewart, Greenville PD. Just 30 Stewart shot and killed in the line of duty. Survived by her little 3-year-old boy and her parents. American hero, investigator 𝗟𝗡𝗓𝗓 Stewart. Thank you to all of our guests being with us as we watch justice unfold in a federal courtroom. But thank you especially to you for being with us. Nancy Grace, signing off. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6 and 9 o'clock sharp Eastern, and until then, good night, friend.
You know what, Nancy?
Please join us on our mission to find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on the go, catch us on your favorite podcast app where you can get all of our content where we, in our own way, seek justice.
I'm down with you, Nancy. I'm down with you, Nancy. Let me tell you why I'm down with you. Because you're trying to help people. It's just 2 words, baby. And I'm on your side. Every now and then she say some stuff that's a little off the rail because you don't have proof. But what you do is you help people. If you helping people, I'm down with you. Look here, man. Puffy, you need to go to jail. Puffy, you will be in jail. I cannot believe I looked up to you, man, because of the music and the bad boy and the empire. Then Russell Simmons. I looked up to Russell Simmons. He got a little dirt up under his fingernails too. Only person that's trying to do it legit is Harry Mack. Shout out to Harry Mack. Oh, but he a white boy. I'm colorblind, baby. I like human beings that's doing positive stuff, and I don't like human beings that's doing negative stuff. I don't know what else to say. What else should I say? If you're doing wrong, don't let me know about it, because I'm going to tell on you and I'll kick your tail. If you're doing right, I'm down with you. Any questions? I'm 59, baby. I can't fight like I used to. But I know one thing, man. Diddy, you going to jail. You done pissed off the wrong people that's going to put all your dirt out there. Hey, I'm going to get on up out of here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me know if you're an ender. Shout out to all my enders. Love y'all. This is me hugging you. This is me hugging you. thank all my enders, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, share a video or two, leave a comment. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Nancy Grace, I'm down with you. You part of my club. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.